Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Cup Series, FireKeepers, Casino 400. Yeah, I know, it's like in 5 hours. Forgot all about it. So, 400 miles, 200 laps, 3 stages, 45, 75, and 80. What makes it unique is the fuel range for this track is 46 to 50. So, pace laps, maybe a caution or two in stage 1, 45 laps, they can make it all in stage 1. We start having a bunch of early cautions, in a lengthy early caution. You could see people happen to pit late in the stage, either giving up stage points, or, if a caution comes out, fuel come down, and then skip pit stage. So yeah, there could be some different strategies of early cautions. Stage 2 is 75, stage 3 is 80. I'm assuming you split those in half. All you need is fuel. This is a very low tire wear track, so you might see some 2 tires in those to get some track position. There are 7 sets of tires available. Now, if you look at the pass on cautions, the last 3 years, 7, 6, 5. The year before that, 9. The 4 years before that, 6, 7, 8, 8. I'm predicting 8 cautions. We have 2 cautions for the stage breaks we already know about. That's 6 other cautions. How are those cautions going to fall? If that's truly the number. How are those cautions going to fall? Who's going to help on tires? Who's going to take 2 tires? Who's going to go no tires? Maybe a late little gas and go in that second stage just to see if it works. Kevin Harvick has won 5 of the last 7 races here at Michigan. Ford has won 8 straight. It is for the trophy they have there for Heritage Trophy. And Toyota with Ford and Chevrolet corporate offices near Brooklyn, Michigan, in that area, Detroit area. Detroit, obviously home of America's car building. Toyota's office is in California. Obviously, Toyota wants to win that Heritage Trophy, so it doesn't stay in Detroit, but it's a battle between Chevrolet and Ford. Ford has won it 8 years in a row. The previous 3 races from the last 7 that Kevin Harvick has been 5 of the last 7, the previous 3 were all 3 won by Kyle Larson driving a Chevrolet. Toyota's last win is 2015 with Matt Kenseth. Stage 1 last year, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Martin Truex Jr., Chris Buescher. Stage 2, Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Brad Keselowski. The top 10 was Kevin Harvick, Bubba Wallace. As we know, Bubba was so down on himself last year for not being able to catch Kevin Harvick and passing him. I like what Bubba's done this year. Yeah, he had the issue with Coda, but he was able to bounce back from that. He's somebody got in his ear, and he's kind of improved a lot when it comes to mental focus and mentally on the track. When the pit crew lets him down, which they have a lot, he's been able to say, I got it, guys. Not you cuss over the radio, yell at him and all that. Been more kind of in the moment kind of deal, which he's enjoying what he's doing, which is great, which is showing in the points. He's plus 54 at the cut line, so it is showing there. So kudos to Bubba, what he's been able to do this year. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, and Ty Gibbs. Remember, he was 7 for Kurt Busch last year and got his first career top 10 here in Michigan. Now, that 2022 race, the average running position, Denny Hamlin 5.3, Kevin Harvick 7.49, Kyle Larson 7.84, Bubba Wallace 7.86, Christopher Bell 7.93, Eric Jones 8.38, Martin Truex Jr. 9.01, and Joey Logano 9.53. Why that matters? Because of track position. And those are the guys that finished in the top, up top. Denny Hamlin finished 3rd. Kevin Harvick won. Kyle Larson finished 7th. Bubba Wallace finished 2nd. So you stay up front. You don't have to pass a lot of cars. Laps in the top 15. So these are drivers that stayed in the top third of the field, top half, a little over third. Denny Hamlin, 195 of the 200 laps in the top 15. Kevin Harvick, 190. Kyle Larson, 188. Martin Truex Jr., 186. Bubba Wallace, 182. What do most of those drivers have in common? 3 of them won championships. The other one was won 50 races, and then Bubba Wallace, who's improving week by week in a fast car. All right, the last 4 Michigan races. Denny Hamlin, 4.0 average finish. Kevin Harvick, 4.3 and 3 wins. Who's not playing Kevin Harvick in fantasy this week? Kyle Larson, 5.0. Martin Truex Jr., 5.5. Chase Elliott, 8.8. William Byron, 10.0. Ryan Blaney, 12.0 in a win. So of the last 7 races, Kevin Harvick, the breakup in those wins was Ryan Blaney of Ford, Joey Logano 12.5, and Bubba Wallace 12.8. So if we look at Michigan and California, which they're sister tracks, but they obviously raced a lot different. Kevin Harvick 5.4 average finish with 3 wins. Denny Hamlin 6.1, Martin Truex Jr. 8.6, Chase Elliott 9.6, Kyle Busch 9.9 in a win. Remember, he won California this year. Kyle Larson 12.2 and 2 wins. If you look at those, that was since 2020. So 2020, 21, 22, and 23. If you look at just the next gen era, which is last year and this year, 3 races, Kevin Harvick 5.3 in a win, pretty close. Joey Logano 6.3, Denny Hamlin 8.0, Austin Dillon 8.0, which is shocking. Martin Truex Jr. 10.0, and Eric Jones 10.0. MTJ is pretty darn good at tracks like this. And he's motivated. He's coming back for another year in 2024, which is awesome. I've never been a big Martin Truex Jr. fan, never been a big Kevin Harvick fan, but I do respect what they have done for the sport. I understand why Martin's coming back. He doesn't want to go in the same Hall of Fame class as Kevin Harvick, because it's based on what your last year in the sport. So I think it'd be kind of neat if he goes. So basically, Harvick will go in 26, I think, 27, January 27. I think when Harvick will be eligible. I think it's 2 years after you retire. So January 27 will be Kevin Harvick's class. January 28 will be Martin Truex Jr. class of 24 is his last year. Which, with all the rumors going around, with what's happened with Noah Gragson getting suspended by Legacy Motor Club, actually I did a video about that, and there is a comment on there. Some things came out after I did the video. The NASCAR stepped in and cited a rule book for social media and ended up suspending him indefinitely. So we'll see how that goes, and then obviously social media is blowing up over it. Yeah, I want to say one note here about that. When you sign a contract to represent companies in a public sport like NASCAR is, and you represent Legacy Motor Club, you represent your sponsors, there is a policy, there's probably a line in your contract that says you can't do certain things. Agree, disagree, whatever, if you sign the contract, more than likely that's in there about integrity and about what, the company's integrity. You violate that, this is the end result. So I'm going to say about that here. So do check out that video I did about it. Again, the NASCAR definite part came out after I did the video, and there's a comment that I posted about that. Alright, 4 races left. We have 12 different winners. So right now, when you look at the points, Martin Truex Jr. in with 3 wins. Denny Hamlin in with 2 wins. William Byron with 4 wins. Christopher Bell with a win. Kyle Larson with 3 wins. Ross Chastain with a win. Kyle Busch with 3 wins. Ross Chastain with a win. Kyle Larson with 2 wins. Ryan Blaney, Joe Logano each with a win. Tyler Reddick, Christopher Buescher, and Ricky Stenhouse all in with a win. We have 4 drivers in on points right now. Kevin Harvick plus 182. Now, here's the cool thing about Kevin Harvick. If he leads Michigan with at least a 177-point lead, he is guaranteed in the playoffs. Or 178 points. You need that one tiebreaker. 178 points. Because you can get a max of 60 points per race. There's 3 races left after this. If you start the race, you get 1 point. So 59 points. 59 times 3 is 177. Add 1 for a tiebreaker. 178. He is plus 182 right now. So if he can maintain without a win, he's guaranteed in the playoffs on points, as long as we don't get 16 different winners. He'd be the first one to point in if we have room. Brad Keselowski plus 151. Again, the same thing goes for him. If he gets to 178 points leaving Michigan, which he needs 27 more points to gain on the cut line, if we have a second entry with points, he would be guaranteed for that. But if we get unique winners, obviously if we get a repeat winner after this, there's 3 races left, Harvick is in the same way next week, we get a SVG win, or we get somebody winning that's not points eligible, or somebody's already got a win, then that obviously that number keeps going down. Bubba Wallace, plus 54. Plus 59 is in 1 race. We know he's not good at road courses, so if he can get a good, solid top 5, yeah, I would love for Bubba Wallace to win. Oh, I would love that, because my TMD Checker flag would be Bubba Wallace winning. My TMD black flag would be all the haters on social media putting down Bubba Wallace's win. Because I can already see the headlines. Is it Sunday headlines? Is Monday headlines on Sunday? Ooh, is that what we're playing here? Daniel tried it, Larry back. Ooh. If you listen to XM NASCAR Channel 90, you know at the end, on Fridays at the end of TMD, the start of On Track, they have a Monday headlines Friday. They all say a headline that they think is going to happen. Larry Mack and Daniel try to judge it. You have to start clear and say your title. Sammy Agee has had probably the best the last 2 weeks in a row. 1 week he didn't throw it clear, and I don't remember what happened, why he got bumped this week out of it. So that's where that came from. All right, Ty Gibbs minus 18 in points. AJ Allmendinger minus 22. Daniel Suarez minus 34. Chase Elliott minus 40. Alex Bowman minus 42. Those are the drivers within a points race in the playoffs. Now, Austin Cindric, Justin Haley, Eric Almirola, Ryan Preece, Todd Gilliland, Corey LaJoie, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, Ty Dillon. If any of those drivers win over the next 4 races, they're in the playoffs because they are eligible for the playoffs. I did leave off Noah Gragson. Obviously, we know the indefinite suspension is that a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What does it entail? We probably won't hear any more until this week. So he's obviously not going to be playoff eligible because more than likely he wouldn't get a waiver and have time to win before playoffs. So one of those drivers wins, we are looking at points a whole different way. Obviously, one of those drivers wins. Even if Kevin Harvick has 180 points over cut line, he still mathematically can't clinch, but he would be the first one on points. Yeah, if we get 4 different winners, that would be pretty epic. And that's what I'm kind of rooting for. I'd love to get 16 different winners in the regular season. We did 15 last year. We're mathematically able to do it this year. We'll see what happens. All right, NASCAR Fantasy Live. I've talked about that here before. I play 5 different leagues. Let's see here. I play in the TMD League. I play in NASCAR American Motor Mouse. I play in NASCAR Fantasy Fastlane. I play in Sirius XM FRP Fantasy Racing Preview. Then I play in the MRN Inside Line. Rob Sports Show is who I even knows. Obviously 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the other ones. Rob Sports Show and TMD. My fantasy lineup. Man, oh man, oh man. This is... I keep wanting to change it, and I'm bad about that, which I have 1 start left for Larson and Bubba Wallace. And as good as Larson's been here in the past, I wanted to save him for a road course, but I almost have. I didn't realize I'd use up starts on him. This is my last Bubba Wallace start if I use him here, which I'm going to. I got 7. I'm only going to use Harvick. I got 7 starts left for Harvick. I got 5 starts left for William Byron. I'm trying to find my garage pick. I'm going to go ahead and change it right here on the fly as we are on the show. My garage pick is going to be Martin Truex Jr. Let's go ahead and update this. So, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson are my picks. The garage pick is going to be Martin Truex Jr. Let's get that all locked in and saved. Now, if you're new to NASCAR Fantasy Live, before the end of Stage 2, you can go and change your garage pick and put them in the lineup. So once the green flag drops, the 5 people you have in your starting lineup, for me, Hamlin, Harvick, Bell, Larson, and Bubba, they stay. If you want to change one of those 5 with somebody else, you have to do it before the green flag starts. Once the race starts, you have till the end of Stage 2 to put that garage pick in. So, for example, if Christopher Bell is running 25th, 5 laps down, Martin Truex Jr. is running 5th, I'm going to swap that out. Then I get points for what Truex does. Be careful with that, though. Sometimes you'll have a garage pick make a hell of a comeback at the end of the race and screw you, because I've had that happen this year. Alright, so let me go ahead and change that here. MTJ is garage pick. Alright, the 4 picks for the video for winning. Before every time I do, I'm doing Kevin Harvick. Gotta go Happy Harvick here. Bubba Wallace. He was 6th in qualifying in his group. He wouldn't have made the top 5 if he'd been in the other group. You get bad group draw sometimes. All the Toyotas in one group, and that's what happens. Kyle Larson, he started in 11th, by the way. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin are the 4 picks. So, Kevin Harvick, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin. That is the FireKeepers Casino 400. preview. As always, thanks for watching Arbor Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Arbor Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports talk content. For all you wrestling fans out there, the GCW review and then the WWE SummerSlam review coming soon.